Good afternoon. Here is the national news from our studio BGI TV. Baba Gbagede Imo TV. First are the major headlines for the news this hour. I am Rabi Lodawal. Price hike won't affect 4 million free meters FG. NBA orders reject new law school campuses. Falana kicks. Ex-Court of Appeal George hails Obiano for rewarding Anambra woman who rejected bribe. Nnamdi Kanu fighting for us. Not himself must be released on Baka. The news and details. The recent increase in the cost of prepaid electricity meters will not affect the 4 million meters being provided under the National Mass Metering Program the federal government announced on Monday night. It announced this following the widespread outrage that greeted the increase in the cost of both single-phase and three-phase meters, as was made public on Friday by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. The NEC had raised the price of a single-phase meter from 44,896.17 naira to 58,561.69 and increased the price of a three-phased meter from 82,855.19 to 109,684.36. But following the overwhelming reaction which followed the hike, the regulator, in a public notice on Monday night, announced that the 4 million meters to be provided under the NMMP will be given free. It said, the NMMP, designed to provide all consumers of electricity with meters, is a policy intervention of the federal government supported by CBN, censoring loans to distribution companies. This laudable initiative is still very much on course. A total of over 900,000 units of meters have so far been installed under the take-off phase of the scheme without any payment by benefiting consumers. While this doesn't cover many of the unmetered customers, we are pleased to inform electricity consumers that the next phase, under which about 4 million units of meters would be procured from local meter manufacturers, has commenced. Moves by the Senate to enact a law for the establishment of 6 new campuses for the Nigerian Law School met stiff opposition at the National Assembly on Monday, with the Nigerian Bar Association, Council for Legal Education, body of benches, and some senators opposing the idea. Their argument for rejecting the move were, however, faulted by some other senators, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Falana. Those who were against the establishment of new campuses said the hosting ones at the capacity to accommodate all the law graduates being produced yearly by universities if well funded. They also cheered that enacting a legislation to establish campuses for NLC would amount to usurping the powers of the Council for Legal Education. But the proponents of new campuses argued that the current ones were overstretched. The stakeholders bared their minds at a one-day public hearing organized by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, chaired by Senator Opeyemi Bamidele. The proposed legislation is titled, A Bill for an Act to Amend the Legal Education Consolidation etc. Acts by establishing campuses for the Nigerian Law School and for other related matters, which were sponsored by Senator Smart Adeyemi. A former justice of the Court of Appeal, Chinwe Iyizoba, has commended Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano for rewarding the female voter, Mrs. Eunice Onyebuchi, who turned down a bribe of 500,000 naira from party agents during the November 6 election in the state. Iyizoba, who spoke through a non-governmental organization, African Women Forum for Good Governance, said there were other exemplary women like Mrs. Onyebuchi in Anambra and Nigeria at large. Onyebuchi, who hails from Ukulu community in the Dunokofia local government area of the state, was seen in a viral video during the just concluded governorship election, rejecting the bribe of 500,000 naira, opting instead to vote according to her conscience. In appreciation of her forthrightness, Obiano invited her for recognition and rewarded her with the sum of 1 million naira. Reacting to the development, the retired judge and founder CEO of AWEC said, "Our politicians must learn that the only way to make progress in politics is by providing the people who elected them into office with good governance through the provision of the necessary social amenities to make life worth living. Good roads, good schools, jobs, good health care, water supply, electricity." The spiritual director, Advocation Adoration Ministry, Enugu, Nigeria, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, has commended the indigenous people of Biafra for cancelling Monday sit at home in the southeast, saying it was becoming a problem instead of a solution. The priest also warned the federal government not to allow anything to happen to IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the custody of the Department of State Service, noting that should anything untoward happen to him, there will be more trouble for the country. He said Kanu is fighting for the southeast and not for himself. Mbaka, who gave the warning during his Sunday homily, added that Kanu should be released immediately. He said the situation is better imagined should he die in custody of the Department of State Services. Mbaka added, "I commend IPOB for calling off its Monday sit at home order protest because the danger of the order is becoming a problem instead of a solution." The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, is expressing his empathy with the people of the southeast over what they are passing through. He will not wish that suffering to continue. Therefore, nobody should stop anybody from going to his or her business any Monday soon. That was the national news from our studio, but before we call it a wrap, a quick retake of the headlines once again. Price hike won't affect 4 million free meters, FG. And also, NBA orders reject new law school campuses, Falana kicks. And another word, Nnamdi Kanu fighting for us, not himself, must be released on Mbaka. Ex-Court of Appeal, George hails Obiano for rewarding Anambra woman who rejected bribe. Special thanks for watching our national news this hour. For joining us on the YouTube channel by Gbagede Imo TV, kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for more updates of our broadcast. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for more updates. And on Instagram, Gbagede Imo_22. For your advertisement of goods and services and coverage of your event and function, do call 07038226160. I am yours faithfully, Rabi Lawal. Thank you.